first of all, just to comment, this is that's great value just to have someone in place that you can see the actual work they're doing and the results of what they're doing. So it gives a ton of confidence when we hand someone off to Tramel and the rest of his gang, so to speak, that we're really in good hands, and it's not a money grab. That it's actually efficient and it works. I think that's the most exciting thing. Just going to put that out there. But the question I have is, of course, these each one of these case studies are time sensitive to where a prospect is, and that could range from, and I know I'm putting you on the spot, from when to when, in terms of how long would it take to unwind all of that yarn of those DROGs. Best case, worst case scenario, please.
So let me see if I understand your question. So are you talking about time sensitive in terms of what to do next now that the work is done, or do you mean time sensitive in the sense that you can never do the work fast enough when you begin to work on the credit repair and the actual work that's being done to remove the derogatory items?
The latter.
Yeah. Okay. That's the messier, tougher one, right? Well, I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I'm not a credit repair guy, so I don't mean I've been doing credit repair a long time, but I've been working with clients who need credit repair for a long time. And some of you know my history prior to LenCred. I was in the mortgage business. In the mortgage business, my expertise was taking people out of what we back in the day didn't know were subprime loans, get them out of subprime loans and into A-paper loans. And so same thing then when I was having, credit repair partners help figure out the derogatory items and the issues so that the credit profile would be better and then they could get the better mortgage. So been doing this piece of it a long time, and everybody wants it done as fast as possible. You can never repair the credit too quickly for anybody in their eyes. And at the end of the day, the work can get done in 30, 60, 90 days, and it can take 6 to 12 months. And sometimes when there's major stuff, it can take longer than 12 months. And so the best thing I know to do, Kirk, is to say, we are working on this diligently, and whether we hit a home run or we hit a single, we continue to work the file, and we're always making progress in that sense. And we've had times where people have worked on it for 6 or 9 months with very little, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just pops and they just drop off. And every credit repair company, when you put them behind the scenes and you take the camera off, so to speak, they all say the same things. We're really good. How everybody thinks their stuff is the best, and everybody thinks that their baby's the prettiest, and so on and so forth. We all have the cutest baby, and at the end of the day, everybody's doing their best, and it does take time. I will say that kind of, if I go into sales mode rather than just dialogue mode, I will say that we believe very, very much, or very sincerely and very deeply, that we have amongst the best. Right now, you get the best people in the United States at credit repair. I don't know which one's Michael Jordan and which one's LeBron, and I don't know which one is a second team all-star like a Damian Lillard versus a first team all-star, like Jokic, was the MVP this year. I don't know, right? What I do know is our team that we're working with and the technology we're building for the future is all-star level, right? You decide if it's first team or second team. We can argue that till the cows come home in terms of being, really good. But our goal is always to get the work done as quickly and as fastly as possible. I will say one other thing, and that is it is very common for us to be delayed. I say us, we're not doing the actual work, but it's very common for our credit repair partners to be delayed by either days, weeks, or sometimes months waiting for basic documentation from the client. So if they don't give us a utility bill and a social security number, a card, and a driver's license, then we cannot begin the work that they anxiously want us to get done. And everybody goes, yeah, yeah, of course. And that's true, of course, but you would be surprised how common it is. And when I say common, probably in the 40% range, how common it is that there's, as little as a week or 10 days delay to as much as sometimes a month or two delay, because we're just trying to get documentation because we can't communicate with the Bureau. And if I'm doing my own credit repair, I also can't communicate with the Bureau without that documentation. So it's not that it's a third party, and that's why they need it. It's that the bureaus require it for everybody. So that was a long-winded answer that says these were home runs that happened in 30 and 60 days. But I think we are trying to be in the business of going to the Hall of Fame hitting singles and doubles, because if I hit a lot of singles and I swing the bat right and I get in the batter's box and I'm always there and I never strike out watching the pitch go by, I'm always swinging at it and I'm getting better all the time, then I'm going to hit a few home runs. But I'm more like Ted Williams than I am Babe Ruth. Ted Williams got a lot more hits than Babe, a lot more hits than some of the home run hitters, a lot more hits than, some of those guys. But we'll hit some home runs as well. Ted had some home runs for sure in his day. Does that...